everybody! So today is Monday and that means it's time for family movie night, and this is a series where I give you a movie that you can stream and watch with your family for your family movie night. And we're going to talk about the second of the Tinkerbell franchise, the Fairies franchise from Disney Toons. And I already reviewed the first Tinkerbell movie, and over the course of this year I probably will review all of the Tinkerbell films at some point or time. The reason why I want to review all the Tinkerbell films is I feel like they are underrated, and just because they're direct to video, I think they have sort of a stain against them when they're actually pretty well done, well animated, and they have good voice acting, pretty good stories. And so I think they're very enjoyable, and so I want to give them sort of their shout out. We'll be talking about the second in the series today. It's called Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure. So in this story, there is a special moonstone that is a blue orb, or blue stone, that every 8 years is raised to the moon during this harvest festival, and the moon comes and it shines through the orb, the moonstone, and it creates this blue pixie dust, which is special and gives strength to the pixie dust tree so that they can do their pixie work on the mainland in waking up the seasons. One of the fairies, Fairy Mary, decides to trust Tinkerbell and give her the job of creating a new specter for the moonstone. And so she ends up working on the scepter, and her friend Terrence wants to really help her in building the scepter, but unfortunately he is very hovering and he's kind of bothering her and is just too much, and so she gets kind of snappy at him one day and they end up having disagreement. Well, the moonstone ends up getting hurt, and so she ends up on this journey trying to replace the moonstone. She meets a firefly named Blaze, and he kind of crashes her hot air balloon, and then she basically gets kind of like lost in the forest, and she's trying to find her way back, and she gets really pretty scared. And I think that this is a fun story of her trying to do a good job and trying to find the moonstone and everything like that. I think some of the things that makes it a little bit weaker than some of the other Tinkerbell movies is that you get almost no time with the main cast, the other fairies. This is pretty much Tinkerbell's story. You don't get very much of Iridessa or Silver Mist or any of the other fairies that we like. And she is kind of grumpy for a lot of it. She's grumpy at Terrence. She's grumpy at Blaze, at the little firefly. She's just she has to sort of learn to appreciate her friends, and that's kind of the lesson of the story. Not my favorite, because usually Tinkerbell is very perky and very, pleasant to have around, but it still is a pretty fun story, and it's actually pretty exciting. It actually gets pretty emotional. She learns a good lesson. The animation is really good. Music by Joel McLeely is really good. And then they have a bunch of songs, and some of them sung by Demi Lovato and sort of pop stars like that. But they do a good job, and it works within the story, I think, very well. You do get some funny comic relief from Bobble and Clank that are very good. And overall, it's just an entertaining, sweet little movie, even if it's not my favorite of the Tinkerbell films. So check it out. Let me know what you think. And I think this is one that actually boys will like, because Terrence is a pretty big character. So, and I think they'll be able to relate to that, the sort of the miscommunications, and when you're really trying to do something nice for somebody and they don't really appreciate it, they get mad at you. And so I think that most of us can relate to that, actually. So that's good. So anyway, go check it out. Let me know what you think. Put in the comment section. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.